Let me preface this by saying it's going to sound like I buy cars all the time, but I don't. But when I do buy a car, new car, used car, whatever it is, one of the first things I do, and in my opinion one of the best investments you can make in your vehicle, is floor mats. Something to catch the mud and water and dirt and sand and grit without ruining your stock carpeting that comes with it. Some trucks will come with the rubberized flooring in it. I think that looks a little too industrial. Most of them will come with something that looks like this, just a $2 car mat. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I have already put the mats in this. I normally go with the WeatherTech floor mats. When I put them in my last truck, I found that they collected the mud a little too much. It's hard to get out of the crevices they have, and they start to fade unless you just keep armor alling them or cleaning them with some kind of vinyl cleaner. So I did a little Googling, a little research, finding out what everybody else was using in their trucks, and the Max Spider 3D was recommended. So I ordered a set. I've got the front ones in. It's a good fit. I like the way they look. I've also got the back set that I'm going to put here in this truck. This model has a collapsible under seat storage. A collapsible under seat storage. Say that 3 times. But the carpet fits the whole thing, so I'm going to pull this up and put the carpet down over the top of it. You're going to help. So first thing you need to know, there are 4 bolts. There are 2 here and 2 on the other side, and then this lifts out. So you're going to need a 1/2 inch socket, or I'm going to need one actually. Once you bust those loose, they really come out easy. Same thing on the other side. In theory, this should just lift out of there now. Look at that. It's right out. So we'll vacuum that out and then put the floor mat on. If you were taking this out or leaving it out, you can back these bolts out so it's flush, put caps on them, whatever you want to do. But we're not doing that. We're just putting floor mats over them. Fits in, and it's something just like that. I'm not thrilled with the way that sticks up. I'm hoping once it warms up, once it fall into place. Now we got to figure out how to get to those screws with that box. To make this fit, I lined it up where it's going to be. Used a hammer on top to mark where those bolts came up, and just drilled a hole big enough. That too. So now let's see if it will not. But I do see the error of my ways in that they've got to be much bigger than the small holes to be able to let that sit down in. So we're going to cut a bigger hole on those and try again. What I'm hoping doesn't happen is that I have to just cut along here and take that section out, but I could, and I may have to, but we'll see. 3-inch holes lined over the bolts, and it looks like it's going to work because those are about that. The only concern is these sticking down, but that's very forgiving. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about those. And snug down pretty good. And that allows the seat to come down all the way. Cool. I decided I was going to worry about those, but I didn't know how to make them fit. Figured it out. Cindy is painting in the house, so I went and grabbed her paintbrush, put a dab of paint on these, tipped it over, boom boom. That's where the holes have to be drilled so that everything fits nice and tidy. To the workshop. There it is with the holes drilled. They line up quite nicely. Just boom. You feel those holes pop right in there. So now we just need to bolt it down. And away we go. I have had these 3D Max Spider floor mats in the truck for 10 months now, and I absolutely love them. Cindy has the WeatherTech floor mats in hers, and these are so much easier to keep clean. They stay looking newer longer, and just like the WeatherTech, super easy to get out. You just snap out, shake them off, pressure spray them off, or you just even wipe them down. Obviously, the ones in the back, you just have to wipe down, because I'm not going to take that security box out from under the seat. You saw what went into that. But they do wipe down really easy, and they look like new. Easy to take out, easy to put in. I paid for these myself. I am not sponsored by them, and they didn't pay me to say anything nice about them. I'm just really impressed with the product. And I recommend them over WeatherTech for regular everyday use. This is the way to go. So I'll put a link to them in the video. I'll put a link down below. Go check them out. 3D Max Spider. Go get you some. And now, a word from our sponsor. Just kidding. We don't have any sponsors. It's just us. Since we don't have any sponsors, and this is literally a hobby for us, it would mean a lot to us if you would subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. Let us and YouTube know, and everybody else know, that you like the videos, that you at least can tolerate the content we're putting out. We would greatly appreciate it. And now, back to the show. FedEx just dropped off a new accessory for Mater, and that is a new tonneau cover. It's just in the nick of time, because we're about to leave on our next trip in 2 days. So we're going to get this on today, so we can load it up tomorrow and be all nice and safe. We had a tonneau cover on Larry, our last truck. It was a soft roll-up. Out of sight, out of mind kind of protection. This one is also a roll-up, but it is a hard covered roll-up with aluminum slats on it. So a lot more peace of mind for out of sight, out of mind. Know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right, help me unbox this thing and we'll get started. Extra challenge to this is it's 39 degrees. So you have 2 rubber strips, one for no drop-in bed liner, one for a drop-in bed liner, which we have. So put this along the front. Clean it first. I decided to go with the BAK Revolver X2 tonneau cover. I got mine from Real Truck. That's realtruck.com. As with the floor mats, I'm not sponsored, I just love the product. This is a hard roll-up cover that has interlocking aluminum slats, similar to retractable covers. Although it comes shipped in 2 boxes, there are really 4 main parts. The left and right rails, the roll-up cover itself, and the pack with the straps, bolts, and all the hardware to install it. No drilling is necessary as it clamps from the inside of your existing truck bed. It's covered with a heavy-duty marine-grade leather-grained vinyl tarp that looks like a conventional soft roll-up cover. It's waterproof, and due to the no-drill clamp installation and the rotational locking rails, very secure. It will support up to 400 pounds of evenly distributed cargo, although I will keep my gear under the cover rather than on it. After 10 months of use, it still looks and works like new, and if anything does go wrong, it has a 3-year warranty.